30 seconds left in the session. Okay, there's 2 minutes.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Kevin Magnussen alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Russell, Esteban Ocon, and Armstrong, Hauger, Gasly, Albon, and Oscar Piastri, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Felipe Drugovich, and Tsunoda, Lundgaard, Teo Porcher, Lando Norris, and Sebastian Vettel, Sainz, and Red. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And with me, as usual, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Red. They've got that grid penalty to worry about, of course, which puts them on the back foot from the get-go.
Yes, it's not the position you want to be in at the start of the Grand Prix. Penalties like this put you in amongst the traffic. But we know they have more pace than those around them, so I expect they'll make some strong progress in the first few laps.
Overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Okay, watch your pace. Perfect job. Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes. Hauger's in the pits. Green flag. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. Okay, we've lost a position, that's us down a place. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Full wet seemed like the best tyre for now. Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on. We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, I reckon we could probably get away with intermediate tyres now. Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. cars are coming in for... Keep on him, he might make a mistake. Okay, clear. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
What a great race then, and a magnificent victory here at the Belgian Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
Looks like they're on their way out onto the podium now, and what a result this is, and a popular one with the crowd as well. Great stuff to see the Alfa Romeo team on top here today. So let's see how the drivers' standings have changed. Red increases their championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Red. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
Let's move on to the constructors. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. Zandvoort circuit then, the back of a fantastic qualifying session. It's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Magnussen, Armstrong, Alex Albon, Hauger, Red, Gasly, Oscar Piastri and George Russell, Ocon, Lundgaard, Felipe Drugovich and Tsunoda, Teo Porcher, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel and Lando Norris. Bottas and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. A warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who is beside me in the commentary box today. Why don't we start by talking about Carlos Sainz? Looks as if they have a tough race in store today, as grid penalties from changing power unit components has forced them further down the grid.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
That move was illegal, I'm afraid, mate. Return the position, give it back. I've got some information on Alonso. Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to put... job, nice overtake. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Sonoda's just moved up into first place. Sonoda ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. They've done 14 laps on those tyres now. The car ahead has some front wing damage, but it's not losing too much pace yet, just be aware. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 12.7. Good job, you're gaining by a full second a lap at the moment. Okay, good work, great pass. We're catching the car ahead, well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race. For all your hard work out there, that was a strong drive and a great finish. Well done.
So Alfa Romeo have won it, and what a great race it was. So, Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, But look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of the Grand Prix.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. It's thrilling to see this team go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the sport and come out on top. What a superb victory from the Alfa Romeo team. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Red increases their championship lead. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Yuki Tsunoda gets my vote today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One. We're back in Italy once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship, and what a great race in store for us today here at the oldest circuit on the calendar, which hosted its first race all the way back in 1922. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and red completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hauger, Ocon, Kevin Magnussen and Oscar Piastri, Lundgaard, Drugovich, Armstrong and Charles Leclerc, Bottas, Verstappen, Fernando Alonso and Vettel, Tsunoda, Teo Porcher, Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris. Sainz and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you here with us today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Drive-through penalty, you've got a drive-through penalty. Okay, one stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They've performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. That lead at the top of the table has shrunk somewhat today. Some amazing talent out there on track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Well, my driver of the day has to be Charles Leclerc. He was unstoppable out on the track today, weaving through the competition with ease.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. No change in the top spot, but with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.